Dum, 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 dum,
Space between.
Why, hello. This is the Space Between podcast where we talk about the space between life and art, passion and business, what's happening now and what's happening next. It's Pat Shan. It's young shoeless.
I'm Amy Shan, and I already don't have shoes on.
I'm struggling so hard right now. It's so hard to not fuck up.
Oh, your socks match today?
Yeah, my socks match today. It's hard to not destroy the little setup we have here. We're trying something new today, guys. Those watching the live stream, they can't see, but we're trying a second angle with my new, clear, and I don't mean to flex, iPhone 11 Pro, ya bitch.
It's a great camera.
I think it's
So you're going to edit them together?
Yeah, I just, I feel that the quality of the live stream video, it's kind of dick in the booty, so I want something crystal clear, okay? Mm-hmm. I want that crystal clear iPhone 11 action. So if you see two angles, know your boy was successful. Mm-hmm. If you see one angle, I had some problems.
And that's on YouTube, right?
It's on YouTube, yeah. It's on YouTube. But for those watching that live stream, you'll never know. Yeah. You'll never know. So how are you today?
Pretty good. Just woke up from a nap and we went to go get one of our cars.
We've had some car problems recently.
Two of them were in the shop. We just picked up one of them.
Yeah.
And then...
it makes us sound so rich. Just two of our cars were in the shop.
No, it makes us sound like we have two cars that are dead. So, I'm definitely not flexing on that one, but...
Okay, gotcha.
But luckily, we've been, I really like your mom's car. It's, I don't know the model, but it's a Subaru. And it's really nice.
Oh, hey, check this out. Fucking the comments are not showing up in the live stream again. No. Okay. It's unpreventable, Okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this shit up in a second window so we can see the comments coming in that way. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to comment. I'm going to put my ass on mute here, right? All right, so we got comments coming in. We have Randall Begins is here. He says, I can't stay too long. Got to get ready and meet up with a friend. Get my mom's car worked on. Same, dude. He said, nice. I just ordered my first ever tablet. I'm getting an iPad. Oh, he's talking about my iPhone Flex. Mm-hmm. And then Emilio Gonzalez goes, what's up, bro? Emilio, now let me tell you about Emilio. He is he's a Pokemon Go player. Emilio is a guy I know. I believe I'm not sure what team he's on, but I know that when he goes to Freeport, he makes sure all the gyms that he passes become under his control. Okay, that is Emilio right now. We have our cat Neil, his raccoon tail coming up here.
His butt right in my face.
Now I wanted to start with just a little video. Okay, I saw this video. It was in the news. It went viral on online. And Phil DeFranco shared it. Do you know who the Dobre Brothers are? They're YouTubers. And they're essentially just like 4 or 3 brother vloggers. Okay. And they're young kids, and they have a large young girl fan base who follows them. Okay. And viral footage of their hundreds of dollars... I'm saying this poorly. They have a meet and greet, okay? And they charge hundreds of dollars for it. Okay. And footage of this meet and greet came out, and it has engendered a bit of controversy, okay?
Oh my god, okay.
So I'm gonna play this clip of the Dobre Brothers meet and greet. How old are they?
Like teens?
Yeah, it's not controversial. It's not controversial in the way you're thinking. Okay. It's gonna be it's gonna blow your mind, okay? Okay. But for those who are watching the live stream, it's not going to show up here, but it will be in the final YouTube video. Are you ready for this? Mm-hmm. All right, there you go, Dad. Little girl's coming in.
That's all it is? They didn't even smile.
They didn't smile.
They didn't meet or greet.
They didn't greet her. The biggest interaction they did was as she walked away, one of them did the get the fuck out of here motion.
That's crazy. How cool do you think you are, kid?
How cool does he think he is? Well, all of them. You know, two of them were at least smiling. I'll give him that. But just so impersonal.
Totally.
And I don't know what they do. You know, they could be very talented young men, though from their faces, I know they aren't. Okay? I know they aren't. And also, I've met people before who read my work. I've met people who read my work, who I connect with, who I have a great conversation with. And then I've met people who read my work who, and I'm just being real here, who have annoyed me.
You don't connect with them.
I don't connect with them naturally. But would I ever let them know they're annoying me if they're an actual reader? No.
No, because they're a fan of yours.
That little girl paid so much money for a 15-second interaction that was no smiles and then get the fuck out of here motion. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's so messed up.
Definitely.
Just to charge that much money for it? Come on.
Crazy. And they went out and apologized.
If I was her parents, I'd be so pissed.
Oh, so pissed. And they apologized. But here's the thing. What are you apologizing for?
Yeah.
You didn't mess up. You just did that.
You're a dick.
You're apologizing because people were upset. Listen, hold on. Our cat Neil, he's trying to start some bullshit. He's trying to start sucking on his leg right here. And it's going to be on the podcast. And it's going to sound like someone fucking a batch of mashed potatoes. It's not going to sound great for you guys. Okay? It's going to sound like someone's like stirring some macaroni and cheese. Definitely. Someone comments, let's see. Kelly Crump comments, "What's up, motherfucker?" What's up, Kelly? Now, the Dobre Brothers, that is, I'll say this. If you took their fame and divided it by 100,000, I am not 100,000th of one of those 100,000s as sought after of someone to be met, you know? People don't want to meet me nearly as much as these motherfuckers. But
I have to see their videos. Like, what is so
he has
cool
to get out.
them.
He has to get out of here. He's gonna be very nasty on the video.
We're both pissed now.
You're pissed too? You have no reason to be. Okay?
He's gonna knock that shit over on purpose.
Let him do it, okay? So how are you today? Talk about your life.
Good. I've just been working the same really early morning shift most days, so it kind of feels a little monotonous, but because I'm hardly awake when I go, so I just go. It's, oh God. At like 4:30 in the morning, I have to carry a bunch of like boxes. So by the time I'm done with that, I'm awake. But my muscles are hurting because it was like a workout. Yeah. So I walk in there all groggy, don't say hi to anyone, put the order away. And by that time, there's like the first few customers, the same ones every day. Because it's so early and they do the same thing every day too. Yeah,
that's that routine. Mm-hmm. They're those caffeine routine fiends, you know?
And then, like, you remember, okay, I'm starting to get pissed though because the people that work at like the night before, like the
closers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they're doing less and less. Like first it's like, okay, there's no extra, like whatever, that's fine. But yesterday, and it was the two different problems that are freaking unheard of for the same situation so the same customer watched me have to like spend an extra 5 minutes on her drink twice. Yeah. Because of the people the night before. And I don't even have time to see that this isn't even like done yet because it's like it should be done. Looking good.
Thank you.
So this lady, yesterday, I went to put caramel drizzle on her drink, which it comes with. None of the bottles, they're all sitting there in the front and they're all completely empty. So I had to go to the back, open a box, get caramel drizzle, fill the bottles to do that. Like whatever. So then today.
Hold on, let me chime in here. I used to work at Starbucks as well. As a closer. We would have never let that shit happen. Mm-hmm. We would have filled those caramel drizzle bottles.
At least like one of them.
Nope. Every single one or we couldn't leave.
Yeah.
It was strict.
Mm-hmm. So then.
Continue.
you're not going to believe this as a previous closer. This is probably kind of boring for other people, but I'm almost done. Her drink also has whipped cream on it. So yesterday we didn't have caramel drizzle. Today I opened the fridge. There are no whipped creams made at all. 0 whipped creams at all.
Our entire viewership is scandalized.
They should be, because that's fucking unheard of.
Yeah.
And it's not like, like taking a whipped cream takes a little bit. This lady's trying to go to work. All she does is order one drink, and it usually takes like 30 seconds to make or whatever. And now I have to fucking go pump vanilla and pour the heavy cream, charge that shit, shake it, everything. Yeah. Are you kidding me? It's like 5 a.m.
I'll say this. 2 people are in the wrong in this situation. The closers are in the wrong. Mm-hmm. The whipped cream should have been made.
Yeah.
2, she's in the wrong. You don't have whipped cream at 5 a.m.
On a soy caramel macchiato, too.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know?
It's kind of a silly drink, but still.
We have comments coming in. We have Emilio asks, I have some questions. One, what do you guys do for a living?
Okay.
I'll tell you this. I write comic books for a living. I'm a novelist, and I am currently getting into screenwriting. We run a publisher called Space Between Entertainment. This is our podcast through our company.
Yeah.
We co-write some books together, and I've been working freelance in the comics industry since 2012. So I've been writing books like Charmed. I wrote some of the Marvel novels, the Avengers, Thor, Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm out here. Spider-Man. Iron Man. I'm out here.
Yeah. And I am a barista at Starbucks.
That's where we met.
Yep, for a very long time now. For benefits, which sometimes work, sometimes don't. And just because I love it. And I also make clay characters for one of our main comic books. It's the all ages one. It's called Clonsters, and I make the Clonsters. They're clay monsters. Different species of those.
Yeah.
Do some freelance modeling.
Yeah. In fact, you just did a shoot this weekend. Mm-hmm. We were up in New Jersey.
And I'm like, oh man, it was like in the woods a little bit because his backyard was like nice and woodsy and everything. And I have like 14 mosquito bites.
Hey.
I'm going to get the Lyme.
I have a crazy idea.
What is it?
It might anger my mom or you. But, one, can we talk about the awkward moment yesterday?
Which one? Oh, yeah. Dude, yeah.
2.
Awkward.
I want you to get your phone so I can call her on the podcast.
Oh, my God. Okay.
So, first, let me break this down. The shoot that Amy did, you know, she had a little breast action. She had her top off. And then later on, she had her bottom off at the same time.
It was a nude photo shoot.
Yes, some call that nudity.
Because he posts on Patreon.
Yeah.
And he has, like, subscribers and stuff that pay for his photos.
Yeah.
So the photos, we'll post some of them on Instagram and stuff like that. But the photos he posts on there are to advertise for his Patreon sets.
Yeah, she was doing this this nude art modeling. And my mom knew that we were going. But I was behind the scenes, you know. I was taking some voyeuristic shots from the side as this more professional photographer slightly took the actual shots, you know. And
that always goes with me too because they're usually pretty far away. They're kind of a drive. They're sometimes in the city. This one was in New Jersey, and I don't really like to travel alone or like drive alone and be in an unfamiliar place and stuff because I'm not used to using like the Easy Pass and this and that, and I'm not from here. So, and he goes, you know, for safety reasons. Also, he like doubles as my security guard.
Yeah, come through. I bring the blade in case anybody wants some.
Because I've never met
smoke.
that person before.
Yeah,
in person. So it's just SSDGM, as my friends Karen and Georgia would say over at My Favorite Murder.
Yes, that stands for those who don't know. You elitist. Stay sexy. Don't get murdered. I said stand sexy.
Stand sexy.
She was.
That too.
Amy was standing sexy.
And I was also laying down sexy, and I got mosquito bites about it.
So, I had my phone was just full breasts, some cheeks, and maybe even a little landing strip action. Okay. And Amy, while we were driving, she begins to text herself the pictures of herself.
Yeah, I'm like,
Savain,
behind the scenes
from my phone to her phone.
Super conceited, yeah.
And then, so she's just loading herself up, her phone, with pictures from my phone.
Of myself, yeah.
And then I get home and I go to text my own mother, okay? And the first thing I see was a text from her saying that the pictures look great and she's glad we had a good time. And I scroll up to see that Amy has sent, I believe, 4 entirely nude photos of herself to my mom. And Amy was at this time defecating, right? And
no, you were, and I was walking into the bathroom.
That's correct. The opposite happened.
So how dare you lie about me on the air? You piece of shit.
Wait, could we not have switched? It started one way and ended the other way?
No, you just wanted to say I was defecating.
So I was defecating. But
I remember standing at the sink clearly.
Yeah, because you were done. You defecated. I told you while you were squeezing out some dings, right? And then you finished.
I don't recall that.
I sat down to, in turn, defecate.
I don't recall that.
So, Amy freaked out a little bit. She was shocked that she had sent my mother her nude pictures. Because guess what?
I literally...
It was a mistake. She didn't mean to do it.
Was so tired in the car on the way home. And I was texting myself all these pictures. And for some reason, in his most recent text or something, was his mom.
For some reason.
Well, no. For some reason, I did this.
I'm close to my mother.
No, I know that.
You know?
But for some reason, I did this.
Yeah.
I sent her those messages, and I was shook.
Can you go get your phone? I want to call her.
Then he starts laughing. Then I'm like, don't laugh. It's not fucking funny.
And then I was like,
and then
listen.
he's like, sorry for laughing.
I said,
but not.
I said sorry, but I was like, sorry, but you have to give me some time. It seems like a crazy thing to do, you know, to send my mom naked pictures. And I thought from jump that it was on purpose, which was hilarious. And then to learn it was a mistake, that was a little bit more funny, you know? But Amy was over it pretty soon, because the thing about my mom is that she's very cool, you know? So she didn't mind seeing those breasts. And in fact...
Luckily, she's like the most open-minded, supportive mom ever.
So what she's not open-minded about, though, is appearing on the podcast. Do you fuck it up?
No.
So I'm going to edge her into this, and I'm going to tell her a little bit into the conversation that she's on the podcast.
Oh, my God.
Just do it. It's going to be fun.
That's, like, illegal.
I'll tell her soon.
You're about to FaceTime her?
Audio.
Oh.
That's what just happened. Oh, if she doesn't answer, I'm so pissed.
She's busy.
Hi, Missy.
Hello, Mom.
Hi, Mom. It's actually your son, too.
Hello, son and daughter. How are you?
So I have to be honest with you, mostly because Amy's making me, but we are recording the podcast right now. But I have a question to ask you that I want to put on the air that to me, it's too funny not to ask you. And okay?
Okay.
I don't even know what he's going to say, and I told him not to call you, but he still did.
So,
All right. Okay.
Here's what happened. My wife, Amy, sent...
They know who I am.
I'm talking to my mom, okay?
She knows who I am.
My wife, Amy, sent you, by mistake, some naked pictures of herself.
Yes.
So
beautiful.
Can you describe what happened and what was going through your mind when you opened the phone and saw this?
Oh, my God.
When I looked at her, she looked like from Adam and Eve. She looked like Eve, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and to me, as long as that's what she wants to do, and she's with you, and she's safe, I think that's fine.
And I was so shook, and I messaged her like, I'm so sorry, I'm so embarrassed.
I know. No, it's something, you know. You know what it is? Everybody has their thing. It's not my thing, but you know what?
It's my thing is nudity.
I learned from everything. The things that you think, I don't think. The things that Amy thinks, maybe how mom or dad don't think. It doesn't really matter. What matters is how people want to do what they want to do.
Yeah.
And as long as it makes them happy and they're safe and they're all right, I think it's fine.
But I agree. And I'll say this. I think that anyone listening would say that you're an awesome mom to have.
Definitely.
Now, 2, what I'm going to ask you is this. Was there any moment of shock when you opened up the text and saw, because see, if I was going to send...
What if you were at the grocery store and someone over your shoulder saw it? What if you were with Chris Shand or something?
I would turn it off because I would say it's none of their business.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I would say whoever you want to show it, it's fine. Whoever you don't want to show it is fine. And all I can say is, it's like I said, very honestly, it's not something that I think I wouldn't do. But I think it's something that if that's how you feel, and the person that you're with and you're living with and you're loving and you're going to be with you your whole life, if they're supportive of you and whatever it is you're going to do, as long as you're comfortable, as long as you're at peace with yourself, I think that's fine.
So the answer is no, she wasn't shocked.
She wasn't shocked at all.
No, I wasn't shocked at all. My little girl Amy, are you kidding me? Come on. Yeah. My little Amester.
Stop.
Yeah.
Now,
when you think about it, remember when Amy had her surgery and I saw her little booby and I saw your booby?
My bubby.
Come on.
Exactly.
Boobies are boobies.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, I have one last question for you.
Yes, my dear.
Now that you've spoken a bit on the podcast,
Oh my God.
would you do a full episode with us?
God.
Regarding what?
Anything, just talking to us. I would talk to you about my childhood, maybe about a little pinch. I would... No, Ma...
First of all, that's a very normal thing. I found out from other people. It's a normal thing. It's a very normal thing.
I believe it.
You've been
And I'm
talking
covered.
about.
I'm not abusive. I'm covered.
Oh, pinching?
Yeah.
My dad did that.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. Podcasts are not my thing,
Right.
But when I tell you something, when I am ready, I will. I don't want to be put in the spot to say, oh, this is when we're going to do it, or this is this. When I'm ready, I will tell you.
Okay.
I am not ready now because it's not something that I want to do.
Right.
But when I do want to do it, and you're going to do it, I say to you, if you're going to do it,
Yeah.
okay. It's just not my thing right now.
But you're okay with this being on the podcast, right?
Oh yeah, whatever you guys are comfortable with.
Thank you.
As long as my little girl is safe, and people aren't gonna be like, oh, ooh, like one of those jobs.
They do, though. They
Because-
do that.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, everywhere I go, I hear someone passing Amy go, woo!
I'm just kidding. I don't even know what that means.
First of all, you're both beautiful people, But I'm just saying, it's something that, I'm not gonna. To me,
Right.
if someone would dictate my life to me, I would be like, wait a minute. This is how I feel, You can't tell a person how to feel or not feel, or how to do this or do this, because then they're not really who they are, To me, it's like, just be who you are. If you're comfortable and safe,
Right.
and happy, I think that's fine,
Oh, and Mom, before you go, I need to tell you some very exciting news.
Okay.
I secured my place at my very first Long Island Mermaid Pod Halloween swim meetup.
Oh, congratulations.
I'm very excited. I'll send you some
Very nice.
pictures. It's Friday. Okay.
Very
Love
nice.
you.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, Mom, we have to go finish the podcast.
All right. I love you guys.
We love you too.
Love you.
Bye, honey.
Bye. Hilarious.
How funny is that?
Is it okay over there? You want me to put it back in the room?
That's fine, I think. I do wonder, and I almost asked her this, but I decided not to. I kind of just weighed my eggs. Is that a saying? Weigh your eggs?
Kind of. It's like a twist on putting all your eggs in one basket.
So I weighed my eggs, right?
Okay, it works for me now.
And I was like, I can ask her this question, or I can have her on the podcast in the future. Because I knew if I asked the question, she would never come on the podcast. I was going to ask her, so you're saying you never took a naked picture?
Oh my God.
I know everyone has. One time, I bent over, right? And
we talked about this already.
Yeah, but not everyone listens to every episode.
Okay.
How big of an ego do you have? Okay. I pulled my genitalia through the back of my legs, right? And I posed. And Amy took a picture, and I sent it to my best friend, Steve. Okay? My bitch-ass best friend, Steve. Who, if you see, he's the guest on episode 50. 15 episodes ago. Okay?
Wow.
Okay.
So, yeah, everyone's taking a nude picture.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like a selfie or something in the mirror.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, let's see. We talked about the shoot in New Jersey. Oh. All right. So, this is, I want to try to approve this with you, okay? Before we talk about it.
Oh, my God.
Because there's
you
one...
always try to approve it on the air.
Well...
How about this? Disapproved. Boom, next.
Oh, fine.
Just
fine.
kidding. No. Now I want to know.
Okay. So, there are only 2 occasions I can think of. Could be more. But I find that you are horrible at hiding anything you're feeling. So, I think that the only 2 occasions I've ever spoken about something that you think I shouldn't have, I'm going to say what happened, okay? The first time was when Amy first met my mother, and we were at a restaurant. Mm-hmm. And see, me, I thought I was being Rachel Maddow, okay? I'm CNN. I was just reporting the news, okay? I told a story that I heard in the news about this very orthodox rabbi who had passed a disease off to children by doing a Jewish bris in an unconventional oral way. Okay, 1. That Amy thought was inappropriate for the situation.
Yeah.
Angered her. 2. One time I talked about a little surprise defecation from my own body on the podcast, and Amy didn't like that I spoke about that.
Literally go back and look at that episode and look at how perturbed my face is.
That part's deleted.
Then don't.
Yeah, she was, wow.
You fucked up.
Let me make sure they're still recording. She was put off by my talking about that surprise little turd. Okay. So, now I have a butt story to tell.
Oh God.
But it's about butt and medication. I want to ask you if I can tell this story and you not be annoyed about it, about my own body.
Go ahead. It's your podcast.
Why you say that?
I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, like, what I kind of feel is like you shaming me for my surprise turd story. I kind of think like, it's sort of like this. It's my body, my choice, you know?
Go ahead. That's what I think about it. But you can't judge me for my reactions.
I can, though, you know?
Well, then I can react to you.
So, I'll say this. Last night, have you ever heard of the ointment Preparation H?
Yeah.
So.
Obviously, I live with you.
What is... Explain what you mean by that.
You use it. Sometimes. More than one time.
So.
It's part of our medicine cabinet.
Yeah, it's in there.
That's all I'll say.
I'm prepared, you know?
H.
I'm prepared to prepare that H of mine. So listen.
Oh, God.
I just want to talk about how it feels. I don't like how it feels, you know? I've been
Is it like icy hot?
It's a little like icy hot, yeah. It feels like, I have 2 ways to describe how it feels. It feels as if you were, oh yeah, Hoyt's going into his ear.
So sensual in his ear hole.
Look at this sensuality right here. Damn. All right, so that's grosser than what I'm going to say.
No.
I felt kind of like, if Vaseline were a person, he cream pied me, is what I felt like.
Babe. That's disgusting.
I have one more comparison.
Go ahead.
and this isn't really how it feels physically. It's more how I felt having it in me.
Okay.
I felt like I was waiting for a ghost to fuck me. You know?
Yeah.
I was in bed, my ass was sticking out, and it was just so ready.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, man, if a ghost came up to me, that ghost wouldn't even need it. You know?
Yeah.
That little lube action.
It's already ready.
That ghost is so ready to fuck me, you know?
Oh my god, you thought of these bits while you were
Yeah, I did.
preparation age, didn't you?
I did. Because I thought about that because I remember in 7th grade, I was sitting with my friend, and at the time he was kind of, I didn't know the term, but he was kind of a friend of me, you know? His name was Danny Zeta, and he would sometimes accost me with some purple nurples, you know? And one time he actually he and I got caught up in a kind of war of sorts because he began to put tacks on our seats, and I retaliated by gathering the tacks and putting them all on his seat, and we both received in-school suspension.
Oh,
where your boy read the God with a fire. Okay,
that's awesome.
I forgot why I'm telling the story. Danny Zeta. Okay, so
friend of me's.
Danny Zeta. He once he told me a fact which I learned later on in my 20s is not true. I was 12 or 13 probably. He told me, though, that the feeling that when you're peeing, as a man standing up, right? You're peeing and you feel a cold chill pass through you. Mm-hmm. He said that the plane of the spirits is 3 feet high in the air. I remember this shit exactly because it burned into my head, you know? A little thought worm, okay? 3 feet high in the air is the plane of spirits. So it's why when you're shitting, I should have known because when you're shitting, you're still 3 feet in the air. But it didn't make sense. Mm-hmm. So when you're standing to pee, you're in that spirit realm and the spirits pass through you and that's the chill. And what I should have thought was, but when you stand up regular, you don't feel that.
Yeah.
But I guess that
it has to do with the urine going through you.
You're standing still. So in my head, I was like, man, are the ghosts doing anything like sexual with my exposed cheeks?
Oh my God.
You know? Because I'll tell you this. When I was a kid, until I was, I'm going to say 27, you know how if a man goes to the bathroom, right, they'll unzip their fly and they'll pull, as my mom would say, their penisaurus out, mm-hmm. okay? And they'll pee. Mm-hmm. When I didn't do any of that. I didn't use urinals at all. I only used the bowl, and I would only disrobe. I would take my pants all the way down and have those cheeks out, okay?
That's funny.
I started not 27. I started when I was like 18 or so, because I decided it was time, you know? It was time.
Keep the cheeks covered?
Yeah. You gotta watch out for them ghosts.
So like around the same time that you stopped trick-or-treating is when you stopped playing.
we had this conversation recently. What age do you think is appropriate to stop trick-or-treating?
I don't know. It depends because I used to trick-or-treat with my younger brothers and it was like their thing, but I would just go with them.
Oh, so you kind of squeeze some more years out of it.
Yeah.
See, you're actually the fucking renegade here. I stopped trick-or-treating when I experienced 3 years straight of aren't you a little bit old for this comments?
3 years it took you?
Yeah, because I was out there smoking weed, and then I would go trick-or-treating and get the candy, you know? Mm-hmm. Let's see.
They knew it. They're like, fuck these.
Steve Lightman says, great, what a moment to come into this. Ass out, ghost ready. Damn.
That's hilarious.
Then I'm going to title of the episode.
That's hilarious.
Ass out, ghost ready.
That's you, true. Last night while I was dead asleep.
Oh, yeah. You had no idea that this was all going on, you know?
I'm so glad you shared.
So, do you have anything else?
No, do we have another topic?
We have Boosie's fart. You want to react to this?
Why don't we do reaction videos anymore?
Because we don't really have
because we're writing and stuff like that. Okay.
But I want to.
All right, go ahead.
Are you high? I'm always high. I'm always high. I don't mean no harm. I'm always high. Where we at his house. When you gonna be in ATL? I live here. Can you when you coming back to Arkansas? I don't know. Arkansas been tripping. They say somebody shot up the club, so they be tripping about me coming. How many grams do you put in the backwood? 3. Q&A. Q&A, I'm faster than y'all. Q&A, what you smoke? Right now I'm smoking White Runs. Q&A, hold on, I got to fight, y'all. Listen, hold on.
It sounds like he's... It sounds like he says fight, first of all.
Have you ever came to the club in Daphne, Alabama? I don't know, I never
No
heard
pause,
of that.
second of all. And if it wasn't for this video, I would have no idea who he is.
You don't know who that is, Boosie?
No, not since, like, I didn't,
Yeah.
and then you showed me this, and then I'll be on Spotify on, like, a
Damn,
playlist
yo.
or something, and I'll be like, oh my god, it's him. Because
Boosie's
I'll
the
hear him
realest.
say his own name or something like that.
Boosie is the fucking realest.
Oh my god.
Listen, you have anything else? We're out. Thank you so much for watching.
Space between, space between, space between, space between. Space between.